Hello lovely people, it's great to have you back here. All the work is done, relax, and let's jump back into some Laysara Summit Kingdom. So you will hopefully remember, if you've seen the previous episode, that we left on a slightly cliche, what's the word? Cliffhanger. My God. So we left you on a slightly cliche cliffhanger with the desire to build the monastery. I did actually have a little bit of a play around with building that monastery, but the voiceover cut out, so that was awkward. But it's okay. So we learned a few things there, so it's okay. But in full transparency, that's what happened. So if anything is slightly different, I've tried to make sure it's exactly the same, going back to an autosave. So anyway, our big objective is now the monastery, and we want to have a minimum of 50% efficiency. I'll be honest, efficiency is not a thing that I have massively paid attention to so far in the game. So let's see. I'm not entirely sure what that means. What we need to do though, for our monastery, we need to have 59 monks. So big increase in monks. I think that's over double of the monk population. We also need to have the painted cedar, uses painted cedar to increase. So if we go in enlightenment, then go into monastery, we can actually see the production chain of what we need. So monastery here right at the end, we need cedar painter, and for the cedar painter we need cedar grove, and we also need the dye producer. The cedar painter itself will require another 10 monks, so that in total is now 69 monks. We then will need 6 monks in here, so that is 75 monks. Ideally on this level. Oh God, I'm choking. Ideally on this level, so that is 8 cedar. Then we'll need dye production, which uses 6 artisans. To do that, we're going to need a herbalist, which requires another 6 monks. And we'll need 8 lowlanders at the rock crystal mine, which we have. We have a deposit here. So that's fine. We have our avalanche protection in, so we can kind of forget about that. So that is what we are going to try and do in this episode. So it all starts off with our delightful monks. The challenge is for the monks to upgrade, they need to have scholarship, which from here comes from this. I guess I wanted a scholarship basically mean a job. So if they're working in cedar production. Anyway. But we can do it some other ways as well. So I think what we potentially should focus on is actually increasing the density rather than just covering this entire hill with monks. So let's stop talking about it and let's start doing some things. So I think let's move this along here a touch. So now we get better coverage. Oh God. Let's try and put in some roads as well, which might just... Okay, it's not really going to help us with getting monks in. Is that silly to do? I suppose it is, isn't it? Okay, let's not do that. Because if we don't do that, we could put a monk dormitory here. We could put a monk dormitory there. We could sneak one in there. We could get one in there. Get one in there. So they already have a praying place. They obviously need some food. Everyone needs some food, right? Oh, they have honey. So we're now, because of... So the honey's... Okay, so we're going to need to increase our honey production. But that is fine. And we're also, if we go for one that's already got that ticked, we're going to need another type of food as well to try and get some of these upgraded. So we may as well tackle those two problems at once. So we could do it in a few ways. We could either do cheese or we could do the flour to Sampa. Still, who knows if I'm saying that right. So let's start off with the easy one. We've already got this. So we've got the connection is already going up to them. So this is their food market. I wonder, can you rename these? No. Or if you can. Not by clicking. So let's get the honey production ramps up. So ideally we want them on this level, so that is good. So let's do one there, one there. Let's not go there because we're going to cut off the pathway. That's probably enough for now. Then we can put them into there. So they're now only requiring that, but they're all happy. So we also have some excess honey. Let's figure out what to do with that later. So now we want to hop back over here with our production of milk. Cheese. So we are already producing 6 cheese and we're sending it over here, which is making them happy. You know what? Let's not destroy the artisans. Let's just try and increase the productivity. So the yak pasture, no, yak shack makes the milk. 6 of 6 goes in here, which 6 of 6 makes 6 of 6. So it's direct correlation. So there's no benefit doing the distribution, these things, the carrier post, right, to split things up. So I suppose then we could just do cheese production. If we left a little road in there. Oh, of course, so they're not going to be in range because we're going to need to send them all the way over there, aren't we? Okay, so let's move this building over here. There's an avalanche. Oh, not one we have to worry about. So we've now got that going there. This can come back over to here. Now the... Oh, the wrong way around. Okay. Let's move this up, just so it's closer to there. To our... what's it called? Cart post. So now we can put the milk. No road connection, yeah, we know. Storing different resources. Can't send cheese here. This building is already... Oh! So that is exclusively honey. Right. Huh. Okay. So that's fine. We can just build another one then. That's no great hardship. But now I'm thinking, to keep things tidy, do we just keep it over here? Really? I guess not. We're not in a huge crisis. We're not in a huge crisis for space. So, we could tuck in a cart post. See, I knew I got rid of those egg things. Those egg farms for a reason. So, we can now make this our cheese central. This still needs a road connection. That's fine. We could do... Oh, that's a little annoying. Okay, fine. So we can now send that to there. That's about making 6 cheese. We can now send this cheese all the way up there. So they are now getting 4 cheese. They only need 3.4, and loads of monks are happy now. So these ones are missing enlightenment because they're not in range of this. But can we give them enlightenment in another way? So for example, if we gave them Emendala, would that push them over? Or no, it wouldn't. Right? Gong, Yak Guardian, Summit Temple, Incense. They really do want enlightenment. And that is this one. The scholarship. So maybe we can't... maybe we just can't min-max this. I'm trying in vain to make this work. But anyway, they're fine. Let's just leave them at that level for now. So, we currently have 4. We now have 8. So if we do this, that is going to be jumping our monk population up. We can actually just click on those. So we know we're going to need a load of monks. So let's just go for it. So we're still okay on food. That's good. They now need fulfill need type. Oh, so maybe you would be fine then if I gave you a. Okay, maybe stop hypothesizing and let's just try it. Of course, where am I going to fit that in? Yeah, that's the problem. Okay, so we've now got 68 spare monks. However, we know this isn't going to work till we have all this set up. So there's not really any point jumping straight to there. So let's build the mine. Build that there. Let's extend the road. So this is now employing 8 lowland workers, which while that's jumped down, which is fine. So we've now got 4 out of 4. The efficiency is 100%. So now if we go back over here. So, sorry, rock crystals now want to go into a dye producer, which we could tuck in right there. This uses artisans, not receiving input, but that's fine because we can do that. So now it is receiving the rock crystals, not receiving the herbs. So we now jump over here. We need to look at our herb list. So this is going to use 6 months. This doesn't need to go anywhere specific, so we may as well keep this little production area all close. Oh no, that goes in there. So we've got all of our receiving covered. Our dye producer is operational, they're producing dyes. So now once again, we've now got our dye going, which can now go into our cedar. We need our cedar grove. So this building is we're going to need to connect this in here, and we're going to need our grove. Our grove is not massive. So let's put that there. And let's put our cedar painting. So cedar dye goes over there. So we've now got, it's receiving 4 dye and it's using 2. It's going to receive 8 cedar wood and it's going to use 8. So the dye workshop, you could have 1 dye workshop for 2 cedar painters. I believe. And it is now producing 4 painted cedar. That is a good question. Monastery needs 6, doesn't it? 6. So we actually need 2 of these. Which we could put... Let's just tab in this road so we don't forget about it. So we actually need another cedar grove. Which is fine. Let's put that in there. Yeah, we know. There's no road, but we can give you that. There we go. Then... No, yes, now we need another cedar painter. Which, for neatness, let's put that there. We'll get a road going in. You should be in range. There we go. You... Ah, right, okay. So now we need to split the dye producer resource. So for that, we need a carrier, which is going to use 5 lowlanders. That's fine. We've got 14. Look at that. It's like I planned it. So we now need to cancel this. The dye needs to go in here. This is now our dye carrier, which can now go to those 2 different cedar painters. So we've now got a production of 8. Now it would be neat if we do that. There we go. So now we can build our monastery, which luckily it's got quite a big range for monks living in space, which is good. So if we leave 5 above it, we will be able to get monks in there. So we now just need to do a road behind, because we're only got 30 monks. These, can we feed 2 in? We can. They're receiving 8. Building manually disabled. Money balance turned to negative, but we've got a really efficient... Oh, it's turned massively negative because we need monks. We need more monks. So I guess you want to really put your monks in. Let's just slightly over provide monks. Oh, of course, now this isn't... I wish you could get like a... I wonder if later game you get like upgrades to some of these things. On this research level, people require higher satisfaction. Oh, because cheese. Okay, so we just made a load of problems for ourselves. Fab. So if we scoot that along... Scoot that along... 1 more. Okay. Well, you know what? Let's just move you there. And now you have. Okay, right. But you are having food problems. You're all covered. They are covered, but they're not happy. Yeah. So we need both. We need more. Oh no, we're fine on honey, but we do need more cheese. So why are people not fine with honey? Oh no, they're fine. Okay. Wow. So cheese production. You're 6 for 6. You also have wool. I guess we're not really using. Okay, let's figure that out later. So we basically just need to do this again, don't we? So if we go into cheese, we need a little yak shack, which could go there. And we will then need to do another one. That needs a road connection. Not in range. Oh, because it needs a... It is in range if we do it here. Would be my prediction. Yeah. Then we can put that in there. Now it has a surplus of cheese. Now if we go up here, everyone is a bit happier again. Everyone's a bit happier. We've still got 11. We need loads more yaks, though. So if we go residential. So yaks, actually, you get 5 yaks if you're down here. So, okay, we can't build them there. But effectively, we want them on this level for a bit of min-max. A good place to put them. How big are they? So they're 4 by 5. You put one there. You put one there. And you could then put one there. Avalanche. But it's fine. Let's go, baby. So anyway, back to yak home building. So we can build that there if we move this. We're not even using this. We're not using this at the moment. It's a bit smaller. So let's then just move that there. And we can then get more yaki friends. And we have a surplus of 4. So that doesn't actually have a road connection. But is that because it's connected through that? A mystery. Oh, and we're also short on lowlanders. Okay. So so we could go for a further upgrade, which would take us to 18. But to do that, we would need another food, another prosperity, and then I think 3 of anything. So you could choose. But at the moment, we still have quite a lot of space. And we only need 22. So, let's put 1 in there. Let's build a road so we don't box ourselves in. So you potentially then end up with a few different you'd eventually end up where you'd have to have multiple food markets. But I suppose the benefit then is increasing density, not just urban sprawl. Oh. Even mandatory. Oh no, that's just because we are low on eggs. But that is okay. Because we can make more eggs fairly easily. But now we've got loads of eggs. And everyone's happy again. And we can upgrade these. So we have a little bit more. Let's maybe just stub in that road. These have no upgrades, no. We are getting our money, so that's all fine. We did do a little bit of textile production. Oh, right, okay, so that's covered, really. So I'm thinking we have, you know, we have 4, 8. So we have 8 wool, which isn't really being used anywhere. Which it should, really. Because does everyone want textile? Everyone does want textile. But we would then need to figure out how to get... So we would then need to build a commodity supplier on this level. And we would then need to build another cart post to move the textiles up here. But as we are currently not trying to increase their density beyond level 2, we are probably fine. Right, there we go. That was a load of building up for our monastery, making the painted cedar, building a dye production, making sure we have enough people, rebalancing out. So, let's continue. With all the monks inside the monastery, we finally get a moment of peace. We can appreciate how beautiful the landscape is. The air is so fresh, and rivers glistening. Rivers. Do you think we could find shrimp in these waters? Is this your first time outside the city or what? Shrimp don't come from mountain streams. Alright. What about fish then? I just saw one. Well, that's a pretty surefire sign that there are fish. So, provide 120 citizens with fish. Wow. Okay. So that must be in food production. Cheese, honey, fish, smoked meats, buttered tea. We don't have buttered tea. We need 5. Oh, we're already up to 4. Research level. I guess that was given to us by the monastery. We've maybe unlocked other... There's an inn. A mysterious mist. It's the second most common reason for people losing their way home. Inns are the first. Requires a steady supply of ale. Have a look at it. And yak races. Perfume production. Butter lamps. Oh, this is cool though. Like some of the production trees really get big. Incense maker. Beekeeper. Rock crystal mine. Now I've unlocked the incense production. Okay, so fish production is pretty easy. Fishery brings boats all the way here. Bringing boats all the way here wasn't really necessary. In mountain streams, fishing nets work better. And this is going to use 6 lowlanders. We're going to have 17 upkeep, that's fine. We're going to have 30 construction cost. And we're going to... It needs a river nearby, effectively. Where would a river be? Why do I feel like winter is not an ideal time? To look for rivers. That is a river. But how do we... Am I being blind? Or... am I missing something? Ha-ha! Ha-ha-ha! There we go. Okay. So that is a river. So is that the only river we have? Yeah, that's not. That's not. So this, to my knowledge, is the only river we have. So for us to do this, we could build one there. We're going to need 6 lowlanders. That's fine, we have them. However, we would need to build a bridge, which is fine. Bridge. We will then put in the fish. Just make them walk a really far way, put it all the way up there. Now on, avalanches will be more devastating. Ooh. Do we need to do something? Do this when planning has failed. Clever buildings within range of avalanche snow. Clears buildings. Right. Avalanche barrier protects against both rushing masses of snow and preying eyes of nosy neighbours. Blocks weak avalanches or more powerful ones already weakened by tree cover. Right. Okay. Well, we did not really plan for that, did we? So, how would we so we could build it there. Couldn't build it there. Could build there, but will that really help us? This feels like something we need to figure out fairly quickly. And if we don't, we'll regret not, is what I'm thinking. Okay. So I guess we maybe just need to shift everything down. And then we would have room. Oh yeah, we've got all these. We've got all that as well. Okay. So let's just do it. Yeah, that's fine. So we're going to move everything down a cell. Okay, there we go. So we've shifted everything down. Oh dear. We need to fix this up because we're missing a road here. There you go. Everyone's happy again. We're all good. And we are now safe from our stronger avalanches coming down here. Oh, an avalanche inducer. Okay. So anyway, back to what we were doing, I believe, which is this. So we're trying to provide 120 citizens with fish. We currently have our lone little fishing village up here. They are now producing resources and they're not being sent anywhere. So where do we want our fish to go? We could send it to the monks. They want fish. I'm guessing everyone is going to want fish. They want fish. They want fish. I'm tempted to send it to the artisans because we're fairly close to getting them back. So, if we then go into distribution... Oh, we've got some more. So we have a yak post, most efficient for long distance transportation. A single yak can carry up to 3 cart loads. So it requires monks instead of artisans. I would assume it has a... Oh, I thought it used some yaks, but okay. And then we also get a trading post. Trading is the basis of civilization, but travelling between monasteries all the time seems a little extreme. Allows for buying and selling resources. That could be something worth looking into then, at some point. I don't think we really need a yak post at the moment, as this seems primarily fish. So our fish is going to be all along here. We know that these can only be one specialisation. So if we... So we'll be able to build them all along here. There. So we could probably build it there. So if we build it here, hopefully we'll be in range of everything. And we can now send that down there. We now have 104 citizens eating fish. And I'm guessing that is just because we have 104 artisans. Okay, so we need to up our number of artisans a bit. This building we may as well just destroy. And then we have food range here, so we could build them in there. We could also fit them in here, but I kind of like how tidy it's currently looking. So now we can upgrade them as well, because it's all set up what they need. Fish production's still good. We're getting 5. Look at that. That was an easy one. That was way easier than the monastery. Before I click on this, let's end the episode here, as I think it's about 40 minutes long. And we will come back and we'll see what our next little objective is. As kind of said, we're still figuring out some of the mechanics of this game, figuring out what the big objectives are, what we need to eventually build our kingdom right at the top, our temple. Anyway, I will see you next time when we find out what the next stage of this objective is going to be.